Welcome to AKC Live, bringing you the latest dog news and entertainment from the American Kennel Club. I'm Sam Ryan. We're going to start the show off with dog news. And the American Wire-Haired Pointing Griffon Association held its national specialty on September 23rd in Gray Summit, Missouri. Best of Breed was won by Morgan, shown by Amy Rutherford. Congratulations to Morgan. Today's show is about alternative ways of thinking in regards to our dogs. And joining us right now, Dr. Brian Voynick, a veterinarian and director of the American Animal Hospital in Randolph, New Jersey. Thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure. And
also joining us is Simon, the Great Dane. He's here with Susan. Dr. Voynick, can you tell me what is going on with Simon right now and what you're about to do?
Sure. Simon has a condition called Wobbler's syndrome. And Wobbler's syndrome is very common, unfortunately, in Doberman Pinschers as well as Great Danes and some other breeds, but it's predominantly a problem with those two purebreds. And it's a problem with the formation of the bones of the neck, the cervical vertebrae. And unfortunately, it can cause compression to the spinal column. And that, in turn, causes them to not really have good control of their back legs.
So I understand you've been treating him through acupuncture, which we're going to watch right now.
Mm-hmm. These are one-use only acupuncture needles. This was quite a long one there. Mm-hmm. They're so fine, they can thread the inside of a tuberculin needle, like a diabetic's insulin needle. That's how fine they are. And they're one-use only. So these needles are inserted, and we put them in acupuncture points, and there are channels or meridians in acupuncture, and the ones that I'm going to focus on back here are in a meridian called the bladder meridian. It's pretty cool because with traditional Chinese medicine, they describe the points as being at the distance of a sun, which is spelled C-U-N. And that's the width of the 12th rib. So we're going 1.5 sun to the side of the midline. And so knowing that, you can acupuncture a gerbil or an elephant.
Susan, what kind of difference have you seen in Simon?
We noticed a lot with his gait. He's a little bit more stable on his feet. He also could stand a little bit longer without his hindquarters sagging. They were sagging there for a period of time. He would just kind of slope down, but that hasn't happened as much since we started the treatments. His knuckling, where the back foot would turn under, like he's standing almost on his toes, that doesn't happen as often, and he also corrects it himself. He will pick up his foot right away when he notices it tucking under. So he's doing really well. He's walking better. He could stand longer. Mm-hmm. And we have 2 new kittens at home, which he's mothering, and he's playing with them, and he's doing really well.
Simon loves the kittens, right, Simon?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Voynick, what does acupuncture for dogs, what does that entail?
Well, veterinarians, there's quite a few now that are certified for veterinary acupuncture. You have to get a training course through the International Veterinary Acupuncture Society. So you can look that up at ivas.org. And so I got interested in acupuncture in the 1990s and took the course in '95 down in Houston, Texas. So it involves some time and away from the practice a bit. But the first case that I came back to after my first session was a dachshund that was paralyzed. Susie was her name, and she was boarding for a week. And they said, well, can you help her with acupuncture? And I said, I don't know how to acupuncture an orange at this stage. It's only my course. But anyway, I called the owner and I said, look, if you'd like, I can call my professors of IVAS and find out the points and describe the case.
Simon,
and if you'd like, I'll acupuncture her while she's boarding with us. And of course, I won't charge, I'm not certified or anything. And she said, sure, go right ahead. And long story short, after the second treatment, Monday morning, she walked out of her kennel on her own steam instead of dragging her back legs. She had what we call a drunken or an ataxic gait. Mm-hmm. She was wobbly, but she was on her own, on her own form there. And so from that point on, she walked normally and was able to run. And when the client picked up the dog later, a week later, I mean, she was crying, I was crying. The dog walked up to her in the reception area. So it really encouraged me to go on and learn more about acupuncture. I've been to China and Taiwan and Vienna. So I've been around the world learning and lecturing about acupuncture. It's really amazing. The dog is a great model because there's no placebo effect. You know, if it works, it or it doesn't. It doesn't work in 100% of the patients, just as in human medicine.
About how popular is it now? About how many families do you see come and request it?
It's much, you know, I get acupuncture referrals from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York.
Really?
Yeah. And there are quite a few. If you go on that site, ivas.org, you'll find, and plug in your zip code, you'll find some veterinarians most likely near your home to be available.
Obviously, the results vary. You spend time, you talked about, you know, globally, internationally, and I know you spent some time lecturing too. What is the most common, you know, disbelief or question that you get about this?
Oh, good, yeah. Does it hurt? Does it hurt?
Okay. Because we see the needles.
I always forget to tell them, no, it doesn't hurt. You know, because I've been doing it for so long. I just, you know, forget to. It's obviously an important question, and certainly, as you saw here, as the needles were inserted, it doesn't hurt at all. And in fact, I prefer doing it with the owners present. You know, Susan will be feeding them cookies and liver treats and stuff like that while I'm giving the acupuncture treatment, and they really tolerate it very, very well.
So right now for Simon, the acupuncture is setting in, and this procedure takes about how long, 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, we leave the needles in for 15 to 20 minutes roughly. In some cases, we use electrical stimulation, where we use somewhat similar to a TENS unit in people. You would connect the needles to an electrical current, and that research has shown that that can improve pain levels and that sort of thing.
How can we find out more?
Go on ivas.org, ivas.org. There's another doctor, my professor in the 90s is Dr. Shea, X-I-E, and he has a organization called the Chi Institute in Florida. He's a professor in Florida as well at the vet school. So those are two good sources.
Well, he's a fantastic patient.
Oh, he's
right,
amazing.
Simon? You
He's
did a
just
great job, Simon.
Great
He's relaxed. He gave it let out a big yawn, right? Susan, Simon, thank you. Dr. Voynick, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Acupuncture isn't the only alternative treatment available for your dog. It's just one of many treatments in a field known as integrative medicine. More and more vets are combining high-tech treatments and over 2,000-year-old remedies to help your pets heal. Well, here are some popular alternative ways of thinking. First up, cold laser therapy, used to treat ailments such as degenerative disc disease, joint disease, and even gingivitis. Low-power lasers are applied to the skin to stimulate cell function. A University of Florida study discovered that dogs who had spinal cord surgery and were treated with cold laser therapy had more mobility than those who did not. Then there's hydrotherapy, a physical therapy for dogs with elbow dysplasia, joint issues, or obesity. Hydrotherapy uses warm water as well as underwater treadmills to ease joint pain during exercise. Finally, here's the one we all love to do, massage therapy. Find a dog spa or massage your dog at home to ease ailments from anxiety to arthritis. Massage may reduce stress, decrease pain, and strengthen the bond between you and your dog, all without leaving the couch. And for more information on integrative medicine, check out the wellness issue of Family Dog magazine. Go to akc.org and search Family Dog. Well, think differently, think outside the box. Some people have that gift. Alternative ways of thinking is what we're calling it. But some people call it woo-woo. Coming up, dancing dogs and a little bit of woo-woo sprinkled on top.
We've all met our fair share of divas. Someone who needs just that extra bit of care. Well, there's divas all over the dog world too. And a few of those doggy divas find their home in the glamorous world of Canine musical freestyle.
I'm Emily Pyle. I'm the head trainer for the Texas Six Steppers, a canine musical freestyle team here in Houston, Texas.
Emily and her team create stylish dance routines that remind us of the classics.
Ginger and Fred may have done it in heels and backwards and all that jazz, but we do it backwards and with dogs, you know.
But not all dogs are ready for the high pressure of the spotlight. Some pups are skittish, headstrong, or straight up divas.
Well, she may decide to do what she wants to do. You know, dogs aren't like people. They have even people have a mind of their own, come to think of it.
To get a diva dog to perform, you need to get inside that mind of their own. If training doesn't cut it, you might need something a little unconventional. That's where Emily brings in Allison Culver.
I'm Allison Culver, and this is my dog Bob and my dog Petey. My company is called The Lightfoot Way. We teach essential oils, flower essences, color therapy, crystal therapy, animal communication. So the woo-woo stuff, we call it woo-woo.
Allison's a lot of fun. She's a very important part of this group. She's kind of our in-house care for our dogs. She helps us with nutrition and with their mental state.
Is animal communication hard science? Not exactly.
You are literally opening up your telepathic mind to connect with the animal's brain and right side. It's just a matter of realizing that energetically you're connecting to the animals and speaking telepathically.
Do dogs have favorite colors? You betcha.
His is green and his is yellow and orange.
There's something about this that's hard to laugh off.
I will say I'm one of those people that thought, yeah, it's not real. They're just saying what they want you to hear, you know. Until I remember long ago, one of our dogs was having a lot of anxiety issues when he was normally a happy dog performing, and he'd come out on the floor or wouldn't want to go in his crate. And Allison said, I can talk to him for you. We had no idea at the time, and so she did. And what she came back with, the owner said, oh my gosh, that makes absolute sense. So we made some changes, and sure enough, the dog was back to himself. He would go in his crate and his anxiety was gone.
And just wait till you hear what the woo-woo did for Allison's dog, Petey.
He came from the streets. He was in the streets dumpster diving, you know, never had a home, very anxious.
He would pace, he would never settle. He also was very scared of other people and other dogs, and he would snap and lash out.
I was dancing with Bob, and I wanted to do something with Petey to help him because, as I said, he was extremely reactive.
And then Allison really started getting involved with the homeopathic remedies and learning more about that, learning more about positive reinforcement training. And we were able to, with the training and also with some of these calming remedies and some of what she does, the two of those things married together has completely changed Petey's demeanor.
I'm going to get emotional because it just turned his little life around. And now he's doing Canine freestyle. I mean, he's dancing with crowds out there and just loving it.
Whether or not you believe in Allison's techniques, you can't argue with her results. Emily and the Six Steppers trust her completely.
We absolutely several times have said, we're not sure what's going on. Allison, will you please talk to Ruby or, you know, something like that. And I think she's the real deal. She can really get in touch. And she says anybody can do it. I haven't done it yet. It freaks me out a little bit, but.
So to all the diva dog owners out there, don't be afraid to ask them what's on their mind. You never know what they're gonna tell you.
Don't be afraid of the woo-woo either. Accept the energy.
You heard it here, don't be afraid of the woo-woo. And now we know Petey can do the two-step or the four-step, if you will. Did you know the AKC Canine Health Foundation has allocated more than $42 million in research funds to more than 900 studies? Well, you may be watching the show on the AKC TV app that you downloaded. In fact, there are tons of new apps available to make dog owners' lives a lot easier. So we're partial to the AKC TV app, but take a look at these apps that AKC TV correspondent Sherelle Starr introduces us to.
From delivery services to cars on demand, these days there's an app for just about every human need. But there's some really cool ones centered around your four-legged friends as well. We rounded up 3 of the best apps designed to make your life a little easier and maybe a little more fun. First up is Rover, the largest network of 5-star pet sitters and dog walkers in North America, providing users easy accessibility. The on-demand app is available on iOS and Android and offers a pretty straightforward booking experience. You can schedule everything from one-time dog boarding to daily dog walks. Owners provide detailed care information, and sitters and walkers follow them to keep your pet happy. Payments are processed directly in the app, so you can skip worrying about how much to leave behind for a tip. Next up is Groom It. Groom It is the first on-demand platform connecting pet owners and pet groomers, allowing you to schedule in-home grooming for your dog at your convenience. Booking and payments are processed in the app, and background checks are done on all groomers on the platform. Each booking also includes insurance, which covers all pets and property. Groom It meets each groomer in person, verifies skills, and provides training sessions. Groom It is currently available on iOS and Android for pet owners in New York, Westchester, New Jersey, Connecticut, and San Diego. Last up is Dig, a dating app for fans of man's best friend, and it has the unique features to plan a dog-friendly first date. The app connects people based on the one thing that's already crucial to them, their love for dogs. Dig suggests meeting up at places like dog-friendly cafes or the closest dog park, and lets you filter future two-legged companions by if they're just a dog owner, dog lover, or their dog size. The Dig app is available on iOS. Make sure you download these apps and give them a try. For more great tips on how to care for your pet, check out akc.org. Back to you, Sam.
Love it, and all just a click away. Thanks so much, Sherelle. Fittingly, in a show where we talk about alternative ways of healing and thinking outside of the box, there are creative apps always keeping us up to date or ahead of the game. And next week, AKC Live will be coming to you at noon with our new host, Marissa Sarback. New host, new time, and oh, why not, a new show title too. It'll be called Good Dog TV. That's coming at you next Wednesday at noon. How's that for alternative thinking? Be sure to download AKC TV on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we leave you with our Good Dog Moment of the Week. Just one last way to think a little bit differently about life with a dog who entertains us. Yeah, send us your Good Dog Moment to akc.tv/submit. I'm Sam Ryan. Thank you for watching AKC Live. It's Good Dog TV.
Furniture provided by the dog-friendly Mitchell Gold and Bob Williams. Comfort for all.